For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Powerful words indeed, words whispered into a void of despair, echoing through the ages. Imagine, the year is 586 BC, a time of great turmoil and suffering. The once mighty kingdom of Judah lies in ruins, its glory days a distant memory. The Babylonians have ravaged the land, leaving destruction in their wake. The Israelites, God's chosen people, are captives in a foreign land. Their hearts are heavy, their spirits crushed under the weight of exile. Hope seems like a distant memory, a flicker in the vast darkness. It is into this desolate landscape that God speaks through the prophet Jeremiah, offering a glimmer of light. His words cut through the darkness like a beacon in the night, guiding the lost. He reminds them and us that even in the darkest of times, he has not forgotten his people. He has a plan, a divine purpose that transcends our understanding. For I know the plans I have for you. God's words are not a casual suggestion, they are a declaration. He knows, he sees, he understands. His knowledge is infinite, his wisdom unfathomable. He sees the beginning and the end. He holds the universe in his hands, and yet he cares for each of us individually and intimately. His plans are not our plans. His ways are higher than our ways. He sees what we cannot see. He knows the path that lies ahead, even when we are lost in the wilderness of doubt and fear. Plans to prosper you, to give you hope and a future. What is prosperity in the eyes of God? Is it the accumulation of wealth or something deeper? It is not merely material wealth or worldly success. It transcends the physical and touches the spiritual. It is a life lived in harmony with Him, a life where our actions reflect His love and grace. It is the flourishing of our souls, the growth of our character, the deepening of our faith. Think of Joseph, a man whose life was a journey of faith, sold into slavery by his own brothers, falsely accused and imprisoned. Yet he remained steadfast in his faith. Yet God was with him every step of the way, guiding him through the darkest times. God elevated him to a position of power in Egypt, using him to save countless lives. His faith and perseverance were rewarded. His story is a testament to God's ability to transform suffering into triumph, to weave a tapestry of blessings from the threads of adversity. It reminds us that even in our darkest moments, there is hope and a divine plan at work. Section 4. Hope's unwavering flame, and not to harm you, plans to give you hope. Hope. It is the beacon that guides us through the darkest nights, the light that never fades. It is the lifeblood of the soul, the essence that keeps our spirits alive and thriving. Without it, we wither and die, lost in the shadows of despair. Hope is the belief that even in the midst of pain and suffering, there is a reason to keep going, a purpose that drives us forward. It is the light that shines brightest in the darkness, illuminating our path when all seems lost. The anchor that holds us steady in the storm, grounding us when the waves of life threaten to overwhelm. God's plans are always infused with hope, a promise of a brighter tomorrow. He promises to never leave us nor forsake us, to be our constant support. He promises to walk with us through the fire and the flood, to be our shield and our strength. His love is our constant companion, a source of endless comfort and peace. His grace our unwavering guide, leading us through every trial and tribulation. Section 5. A future forged in faith and a future. The future is unknown, uncertain. It can be a source of anxiety and fear. But for those who put their trust in God, the future is filled with possibility. It is a blank canvas upon which He can paint a masterpiece. It is a seed planted in fertile ground, waiting to burst forth into life. The Israelites in exile clung to this promise. They held fast to the belief that God would restore their fortunes, that He would lead them back to their homeland. And He did, just as He promised. Section 6. The Enduring Promise. Jeremiah 29:11 is more than just a verse in the Bible. It is a promise whispered across the centuries. It is a beacon of hope for all who are lost, hurting, and afraid. It is a reminder that we are not defined by our circumstances, but by the God who loves us. So, no matter what you are facing today, no matter how dark the night may seem, remember this: God has a plan for you. And it is a good plan. A plan filled with hope and a future.